Good morning. Is that good? Get that good hay. Well, what's up guys? It's Steve, 6 Day Ranch here. Beautiful is actually leading a women's ministry event at the church today. So she's away from home. I'm getting some honeydews done. And one of the first things I wanted to do is come out here and check on all the little ones. These new chicks are doing awesome. They're doing good. They've got their magic water that Beautiful put together. Still have plenty of feed there and lots of activity. We haven't lost a single one, which is great. You guys aren't used to raising meat chicks or just chickens in general. They have a pretty high mortality rate, so it's not uncommon at all in the first day or two, maybe three. Usually lose at least one, and it's not something that you did. It's just it was the stress of the trip. It was, you know, because they had to be in that box for a day or so in the mail, or just whatever, natural causes. They have a high mortality rate. So usually if you get by day 2 to day 3 and nobody's died, then you're good to go. And so far everybody's got a lot of energy. They're looking really healthy. I'm pretty happy about that. And we got the little ones here fed and happy. They're digging through there looking for alfalfa cubes. That's coastal hay that we feed them. They're looking for alfalfa cubes and a little bit of grain in there. And so they're just like a kid in they're like a kid in a box of cereal. They're digging through the cereal, in this case hay, to find the good stuff first. One thing I wanted to point out to you guys is this season, we've learned so much from last season. It's been a cool learning experience, and thank you guys. A lot of y'all have helped us out with this learning process, and some other channels, Keeping It Dutch, we love you guys. And we've learned a ton over the past year of raising meat chickens, broilers, whatever you want to call them. And this is our new season. We learned a lot last year. One of the things that we learned is more isn't always better. And what I mean by that is we've got that meat tractor that we built. And there's a video for it. I'll try to put it up above if you guys haven't seen it. A really cool concept, really good, easy design. It's affordable. We really like it. It's holding up great for us. We've had very few modifications over the year with that. But what we've learned is there's some rules of thumb on your square footage to keep these chickens happy, healthy, give them room to move around when they're out on grass or in the pasture, wherever you want to put them. And even though the size of the meat tractor that we have, I want to say it's like 60 birds if you go by the 1 square foot rule, which I think is crazy, but a lot of people do it successfully. We found that 40 or less seems to be the sweet spot for that size, and that's just trial and error. I don't even have the exact measurements, square footage per bird on that. If I had to guess, that's closer to 2 square foot per bird with the 36 that we've got in here now. And what we found out is if we do that, we have to move them less because they don't eat the grass as fast. And more importantly, when it comes time to process, these things, all they do is poop and eat all day, right? They make a huge mess. Less birds means less poop. It's simple math. Come processing day, these birds are going to be clean. And we learned that from one of our last batches of last season's birds and yeah, you can clean them, things like that, and I've seen people do that, but it feels good to have clean animals. That's what we try really hard to do, that here on the farm. And these chickens stink, when they get old and big. And we want them to be clean. We want them to be spotless, and we don't want anything to get contaminated when we're processing and things like that, or if we take them to the processor, which we are this year, we want them to be as clean and healthy as possible. So we do organic, non-GMO, all that good stuff on the feed, top quality feed. They're eating out there bugs, grass, scratching around, as close to nature as we can possibly get them when they're out there. And smaller numbers in those tractors make for a lot healthier birds and a lot cleaner birds. So I wanted to share that with you guys. That's what we're doing here with this smaller number. It feels weird because we usually get at least 50 at a time, so we've got 36 now. It feels like so little, but once they get big, it doesn't feel like a few birds anymore, because these things grow into dinosaurs. And we're really excited about this year. We're going to implement a lot of lessons learned from last year. We're going to take you guys along for that. We're going to share with you all the cool little tips and tricks of raising these meat chickens out to be as healthy and plump as we can get them. And as happy as we can keep them, so that when processing day comes, we know they had a good life, and we know it's going to be healthy meat for our family and our customers. So since Beautiful's gone today, I'm thinking about getting some plumbing done. If you guys remember from the Texas winter apocalypse, we had to bum rush and replace our water well tank, the pressure tank, in the middle of the night with no electricity, and it was just terrible. Anyway, it was a temporary plumbing job because we had to work with what we had. I think I finally have all the parts in. I need to go double check, but I'm thinking today might be a good day to try to get all that plumbed correctly. Since Beautiful's not home, she doesn't have to worry about not being able to use water in the house or whatever, and so might be a good day to do that. So I may take you guys along for that. The other thing I want to do is that boat right over there. You guys have probably seen the other videos that we parked it here in front of the shop. It's because we were cleaning it, things like that. We're trying to get it ready. It's starting to get warm out here. We've got a lake right down the road, and the levels have been kind of low. We've been kind of nervous about whether or not we can get the boat in, but hopefully we can. Anyway, we're cleaning the boat. Had a little sun damage over the past year because, you know, we're knuckleheads and we didn't cover it, and we're supposed to put a carport up. That never happened. We got busy with other things. So cup holders got a little brittle. I got some replacements in for that. 2 of the speakers went out, and I think I found some that'll fit as replacements from Rockford Fosgate. I'm gonna look at that and see if those work. Hopefully so. That'll be an easy swap out, and we can get this bad boy on the water. So we let Max out of his little area, and all he's been doing is staring at these baby goats. I can't tell if he wants to eat them or if he's just genuinely curious as to what they are. He's been seeing them from a distance way over there. We've got a pretty big section in the yard. You guys can't really see it on camera very well, but we've got a pretty big section in the yard that has an electric fence around it to keep him in there and safe. And it helps when we're opening and closing the front gate, because there have been times a knucklehead will try to run out. We're working with him on that. And when we have customers, when we have company come over, like small group and stuff like that, he thinks he's still a puppy, so he'll jump on people, and he's a big dog. He weighs right at about 100 pounds, so he'll hurt you. He doesn't mean to, but he will. So we kind of got to keep him separated over there quite a bit, and of course we let him out as much as we reasonably can when it's safe for him to do so. But yeah, ever since he's been out yesterday, because I was in there mowing, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna let him out for a little while, and because we're not gonna have any company come over for at least a week, I think. And yeah, he's just been staring at the goats. Max, what are you doing, buddy? What do you think about them goats? Are you genuinely curious? Stretch. Good boy. Yeah, I don't know, but it's pretty funny. He likes to just sit there and watch them. He did that with the big goats too when they were in here, but Jules would headbutt the door to try to get to him, and she's the one who actually broke that door that I had to I was going to replace it anyway, so I guess she helped me out in the way. Alright guys, so this is what we got. I got these Rockford Fosgates 6.5 inch, which I'm not even positive. I'm pretty sure that's what these are. These are some kind of like cheap Jensen speakers that came with the boat. Yeah, Jensen. Anyway, I didn't want to buy stock because these obviously didn't hold up, so I wanted to get something a little bit better, and these weren't too bad. If any of you guys are interested in good marine grade speakers, I'll let you know how they work, and I'll put the link in the description below for these. I'm trying to find the model number. Oh, there it is. M0-65. And what I don't know is if the depth is going to be appropriate or not. I tried really hard to look online to find dimensions for this speaker. I guess I could have not been lazy and just taken it out first, but I wanted to get something ordered as soon as possible so that I can see if they work or not. And so I'm not sure if the depth is going to be too deep on these, so we're going to see. I'm going to take these out, and we're going to dry fit these things and see if the holes line up, all that good stuff. In the rare instance when you guys have this exact same boat, this is actually a Tahoe 500 TF, the fishing edition or whatever, from Bass Pro is where we bought it from. Anyway, plenty of depth, so I was way off. It's got plenty of room. You look at the top of the, just from the perspective here, it doesn't seem that thick, man. There's a ton of room in there. There's a ton of space there. So Depth on the speaker is going to be fine. That's what they look like. They look pretty well built. And one thing I thought was kind of cool is they actually give you all the screws, not just the screws, but you got bits in there. Looks like 2 of them, and the drill bit to drill the holes. So that's pretty cool. Keeps you from having to run back and forth. This has got those standard little blade connectors on it too, and so does the speaker. So does this one right there. So that's a good sign. I think this will be an easy install. Fortunately, that was pretty painless. We did have to drill more holes, which I was hoping we wouldn't have to, but that's my fault for not doing more research on it. But 2, 4, 6 holes. They give you the drill bit. Just go easy because it is fiberglass. You push too hard, it might crack or something like that. But yeah, looks good. Sounds good too. I checked it on the radio. I'd play some music for you guys, but YouTube would shut the video down because of the copyrighted music, so I can't do that for y'all. That's what it looks like. Looks much better than this old busted Jensen that was on there. Yeah, this thing got pretty rough. Yeah, looks good, sounds good. My man Max here is helping me keep the goats back because they always want to come in here because they're after feed that we drop from the pig's feed bin. He's doing a pretty good job. Good boy, buddy. Good job, Max. Yeah, they do not like Max. Max, nope, good boy. Stay here. This is the wreck I'm talking about. If y'all remember from the previous video, we had to kind of just slap this together with the parts that we had, and it's leaking from somewhere, as you can see, and also there's air in the line because this pre-filter here, you can see, has a big air pocket in it. So it wasn't designed. This check valve here with the air release, I tried covering it up. This little air relief, what's it called? A sea weeper valve? I don't know, guys. I'm not a plumber. I don't remember what that thing's called, but that's only needed if you have one of the old school tanks like what we used to have that didn't have the bladder on the inside. So the shiny new one's got a bladder, so we don't need that. We still need a check valve, but not that kind. So we got a replacement. I got a different type of check valve, and we're going to move that pressure switch down there. And we're just going to make this a whole lot prettier. And see the difference in the height? Doesn't really matter. I don't like having as many elbows and bends in the system, you know, just for water flow. And I think it just makes everything operate a little bit smoother. So I've got a little bit of clearance here between the top and the tank. So I got some center blocks, and I'm going to raise this up at least a little bit. My goal is to get it maybe not as high as that, but close, so that it'd be awesome if we could just do a straight run into it. I don't think that's going to be that practical, but we're going to see. Also, don't have Beautiful with me, like I said, because she's at the she's leading that women's thing, so I got to lift this by myself. So what I did is I turned off the power, and I turned on the pig's wallow, as you guys saw. Hopefully that'll drain this thing enough where I can pick it up, kind of manhandle it a little bit. I want to show you guys this kit real quick. This is from Plum Ease is the brand. These things are awesome. It's an all-in-one little kit. It's made very well, real heavy-duty brass. It's got your pressure switch right here. It's got your gauge, pressure release. It's got a little hose bib and a cutoff valve. This has everything you need to plumb in a new tank, minus the check valve, and I got one in here somewhere. So minus the check valve, you got absolutely everything you need right here in one kit. I'll put the link below for this if you guys are interested in that. Look who came to visit, guys.
Yep.
Hi, Beautiful.
Hi, handsome.
Well, Beautiful came and she helped me go back and forth and get parts and stuff like that, and we got it all together. So as you can see, I got the tank up. Looks kind of silly to me, but man, it's just so much more practical being up higher. and I was able to go straight in with that pipe there instead of having more elbows and stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. We're waiting for about an hour for the glue to dry, and then we'll pressure check everything, and hopefully we don't have any leaks. And just real quick, I want to show you guys. So check valve, pressure gauge, pressure switch. There's an on-off valve here. Hose nozzle, hose nipple, whatever you want to call it. Pressure relief. And that goes out the side of the building, and I've got a on-off switch there, so it makes it easy to drain this tank if I ever need to. And we can kind of use it like a faucet for cleaning our hands and stuff like that on the outside. And then it wraps around here and comes up into pre-filter and then into this cobweb infested water softener system, and then it goes into the house. So that's the basic setup, guys. I was kind of stuck with how things were already laid out. I would have laid this out much differently, and there would have been a lot more space. It would have been a lot easier to get to stuff. I hate this little corner because it's kind of hard to get in. Fat people were not meant to be plumbers, guys. We don't fit in tight places. So we're gonna wait for this to dry, and while we're waiting, what did I say we're gonna? Oh, we're gonna go
fix the.
We're gonna run some more hot wire around the bottom of the pig's area because the goats are still getting their heads stuck. Tushy over here, she's a smaller one, and she was getting her head stuck right over there. So we're gonna move some around because we got it right there, but it kind of stops and goes up around that feeder. So we're gonna move it a little bit closer, and then we're gonna finish going down the side over there, just simply because the pigs keep bending the snot out of the wire, just scratching up against it and stuff, and that'll keep them from doing that.
We're gonna stand up.
Max has done great at keeping the goats out of our hair. They do not like Max. He's just playing. Oh, Joel's almost got you, Max.
He's like, yeah, we're far enough back.
Yeah.
We're good.
What y'all doing in there?
I'm trying to find out if she's pregnant.
Yeah, we think Socks might be pregnant, but
Oh, I scared you.
we've never had a pregnant pig before, so we don't know.
You like that behind your ears? He's like, oh yeah, that feels good. Yeah, it feels good. It looks like you're smiling.
She's loving on them, and we finally got, as you can see the water running back there in the wallow, we finally got all this plumbing done. Pretty happy about that. That's been on the to-do list for a little while. So we pressure checked the lines. We actually did have a couple of leaks. I had to take this part right here off and put some more pipe tape, whatever you want to call it, on there, and fix it right up. That's why I put unions right there and right there so that all this can come apart. You see the way I got all this. There's one there, here, and here. And I wanted to put one over there, but I actually didn't have room for it because it was too close to the wall, and I didn't want to move this tank any farther this way. But I could always put one over here or something later if I want to. Looks good. It works. We pressure checked it all the way to 60 psi. We're actually setting it to 50, 30-50 on the pressure switch. And so we got that set, and we're happy. There are no leaks.
You want me to turn on the AC?
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great. It's got hot out here, guys. That's all right. I'm not complaining. I don't like the cold.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll take my warm days. Plus, we can get on the boat.
Especially dealing with all the freezing temperatures and what happened this year. No thank
Yep,
you.
I'll take my Texas heat any day. How did the women's thing go?
It went really good.
Good.
We had a lot of good fellowship
Awesome.
time. And we made those wall door things. It's like door hangers for the nursing home.
Yeah, they made cool stuff for the nursing home today. The women's group did. They try to come up with ways to just kind of bless and show some people the local nursing homes that they're loved. You know, that people still care about them, especially with all this COVID mess. A lot of them couldn't have visitors for a long time, and they still unfortunately can't go visit them and pray with them, which really stinks. But they're at least allowing them to give gifts and stuff like that.
And someone actually had a great idea because, you know, they've only got like one window that they can look out. Talking to the nursing homes and planting a bird feeder outside their window so the birds can come up, or squirrels or whatever, and have some bird feed.
Yeah, that's cool. But what they need is human interaction. They need to be shown love. So I hope that they open those back up soon. It's been a while.
Some nursing homes are letting family members in as long as they get COVID tested before they go in.
Anyway, that was pretty cool that they got to do that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see the looks on some of those folks' faces, because they're always so grateful and so appreciative anytime somebody does anything for them, really. And it just makes you want to do more, you know, which we should. We should take care of our elderly. Anyway, we had a great day. It was a lot of work, and man, I'm glad we finally got that plumbing done. I'm sorry.
Hopefully no more air in the line.
Exactly, because we've been having a ton of air in the lines. You guys saw, as I showed you guys earlier, we had some leaks in that temporary setup, and it was causing a lot of air to get in the lines in the house, which is a pain in the butt. You turn on the sink and it would just like spit out at you every now and then, and you could hear it too. It's just aggravating. So hopefully that fixed it.
Yeah, that was my excuse for not doing the dishes.
Yeah. That's why. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all have a blessed evening and a great week. We'll catch y'all later.
Bye, guys.